I still remember the exact words that shattered my world. "Mr. Carter," the voice on the other end of the line said cautiously. "I just need to ask. Did you know your wife has been lying about something in her medical history?" I froze in the middle of the living room, the remote still in my hand, the TV playing some mindless game show I wasn't even watching. The doctor's voice cut through the noise like glass splitting in two. "My wife. Lying. About what?" I laughed nervously, as if it were some misunderstanding. I'm sorry, lying about what exactly?" The doctor hesitated. I could hear him flipping through papers, his tone heavy with the discomfort of someone about to reveal something they shouldn't. "I probably shouldn't say this over the phone, but since you're her emergency contact, I felt you needed to know. She's been telling us she's, well, single. And she's listed a different man as her partner for the last 6 months." The room tilted. My grip tightened on the remote until my knuckles turned white. "I'm her husband," I whispered. Silence on the line. Then the doctor sighed. "I thought so. I'm very sorry, Mr. Carter. I shouldn't have told you, but you deserved to know." The line went dead. "Her name is Emily. We've been married 8 years. 8 years of shared bills, shared meals, shared dreams. I thought I knew her laugh, her quirks, the way she always stole the blanket at night." I sat there in the quiet, the weight of that call pressing down on me like an elephant on my chest. Single. Another partner. 6 months. Memories flickered through my head. Emily's sudden late work meetings. Her increased trips to the gym. The way she guarded her phone with the kind of intensity one usually reserves for state secrets. I had brushed it all off. Trusted her. Told myself I was just being paranoid. Now the paranoia felt like prophecy. When she walked through the door that night, smiling like everything was normal, I studied her in a way I never had before. The way she avoided my eyes. The faint scent of cologne that wasn't mine clinging to her coat. "Hey babe," she said, kissing my cheek like always. "Dinner yet?" I wanted to scream, to ask her right there point blank. But my throat locked up. Instead I nodded. "Not yet." And I watched her move around the kitchen, humming softly, while my heart cracked a little more with each passing second. It took me 3 days to gather the courage. 3 days of staring at her phone when she left it unattended. 3 days of waking up in the middle of the night and staring at her back as she slept, wondering how much of our life had been a lie. Finally, I cornered her on a Sunday morning. We were having coffee at the kitchen table, the sunlight streaming in like nothing could possibly be wrong. "Emily," I said, my voice rough, "why does your doctor think you're single?" Her cup froze halfway to her lips. A flicker of something, fear, guilt, calculation, passed through her eyes. She set the cup down slowly. "What are you talking about?" "Your doctor called me," I said. "He asked if I knew you'd been lying. Said you've been listing someone else as your partner for 6 months. She went pale. "He told you that. That's all you have to say." Snap. "Not that it isn't true, not that it's some mistake. Just that he told me." Her jaw tightened. For a long moment she said nothing. Then she whispered, "It's not what you think." "It never is," I muttered. She claimed it was just paperwork. That she had to list someone else for insurance reasons, something about coverage through her workplace. But the way her hands trembled as she spoke told me otherwise. I pressed harder. "Who is he?" Silence. "Emily. Who is he?" Finally she whispered. "His name is Mark. He's a friend." Friend. The word hung in the air like a bad smell. I laughed bitterly. "A friend you've been claiming as your partner. For 6 months. While you're still married to me." Tears welled in her eyes. I didn't mean for it to get this far. That sentence confirmed everything I needed to know. Over the next week, the truth spilled out in fragments. She had met him at the gym. At first it was just talking. Then dinners. Then nights working late, that weren't about work at all. The part that gutted me wasn't just the cheating. It was the way she rewrote her life to erase me. At the doctor's office. On forms. In conversations with people I didn't even know existed. She was building a parallel world where I didn't exist. "I love you, Daniel," she cried one night, grabbing my hands. I was just lost. I didn't know what I wanted. But I never stopped loving you. I stared at her, numb. "You loved me. You loved me while you told strangers you weren't married. While you crawled into another man's bed." She sobbed harder, but I felt nothing. Just a cold hollowness spreading through my chest. The betrayal seeped into everything. I couldn't look at her without imagining him. Couldn't touch her without wondering where his hands had been. One night I found myself outside the gym parking lot waiting. I saw them together. The way she laughed at something he said, that easy intimacy. The way he touched her lower back as they walked inside. That was the moment I knew. This wasn't just a mistake. It was a choice. A series of choices she made over and over to betray me. When she came home, I didn't yell. I didn't cry. I simply handed her a folder of printed screenshots. Her texts I had pulled from our shared phone account, bank statements showing dinners and hotel charges. Her face crumpled. "Daniel, please." "No," I said, my voice flat. "You don't get to beg now. You don't get to fall apart after tearing me in half." I filed for divorce the next morning. Emily begged. She wrote letters. Left notes on my car windshield. Sent texts at 3 in the morning about how she couldn't breathe without me. But all I could think about was that phone call. The moment her lies stopped being hers to control. The house felt emptier than I thought it would. Her side of the closet bare, her laughter gone. At night, I lay awake replaying everything. The first kiss we ever shared, our wedding vows. The night we signed the mortgage papers and celebrated with cheap champagne on the floor. Had it all been real? Or had she been pretending even then? Months later, I ran into her at the grocery store. She looked smaller, thinner, like someone carrying the weight of regret. "Daniel," she whispered, her voice breaking. "I miss you." I studied her face, once so familiar, now foreign. "I miss who I thought you were," I said quietly. She flinched like I'd struck her. As I walked away, I realized something. Betrayal doesn't just end a marriage. It rewrites your memories, makes you question the very fabric of your life. But it also forces you to rebuild, to find out who you are without the lies. And maybe, just maybe, that's where freedom begins.